Welcome into Washington Wellness Field on a beautiful sunny day for some Washington Demons soccer, presented by Washington County Hospital and Clinics, a top 20 critical access hospital in the nation. Southeastern Conference battle here between the Demons of Washington and the visiting Fairfield Trojans. An exciting one as we get into the thick of it in SEC play. My name is Jack Knowlton. Excited to bring you this matchup. This is the Fairway Meat and Grocery pregame show as we're getting the final moments here before kickoff. Washington coming in at 5-5 on the year, 2-4 in Southeast Conference play. Coach Mason Quigley leading his outfield here against the Fairfield side. Well, it has struggled so far in conference play. A thin team here today, just 1-6, and in sixth place currently. Washington up top in fourth. As both teams getting set to take the field. Second matchup between these two teams. They met once previously back in mid-April, Washington lost that one at the home of Fairfield, 1-0. So the Demons looking for some revenge. As we take a look back at that last matchup, Washington made 17 shots on goal, more in net for Fairfield, made 12 saves in that game. That snapped an 8-game Washington winning streak against the Trojans of Fairfield. So a revenge factor in the air here. We're just moments away from the kickoff. Ref blows up and we're underway here with Fairfield getting things started. Trojans, like I mentioned, trying to go immediately forward. Washington will, of course, likely learn their lesson from allowing a quick attack from a game that ended up being chalked off at halftime after they allowed a goal in the first 30 seconds. So the Demons, an early throw here. After Fairfield got things started. Cross swung in, and it can be collected by the Trojans.
Look back, girls. Good hand.
Amelia Miller in goal for Fairfield, getting their attack started here down this left-hand side. Washington cuts it off.
Come on, Jazzy.
Washington trying to drive it toward the byline. It's cleared away, still in play though. Washington trying to get a cross in. Flag is raised for offside. So Fairfield with the free kick. Just mishit, back in possession of Washington. Here's Jossie Carter, talented attacking mid. Drives it low, it's a good ball. Chance to potentially hit one here. Ball rolled through for Maya Murphy, but that one just scrambled out of play. It'll be a goal kick here for Amelia Miller. So Miller in net, you see some pressure here for Washington. Playing that 4-2-3-1 formation, they can spring a lot of attackers forward. Really put pressure on this Fairfield back line, which they do here. Winning it back in the box. Cutting inside toward the byline. Chance to cross. A good challenge. Out for a goal kick, so refs deeming it last touch by Washington. Angelina Anderson on that last foray forward for the Demons. Fairfield just trying to break out of their own back line here. That one's cut off. Washington trying to possess. Nice ball
Nice job, Izzy.
forward there. Washington driving to the byline. Shot comes in. It's caught comfortably by Miller, making just her 3rd appearance of the season. Does have a Golder name, played out in the field to start the year. Played goalie actually last year for this Fairfield team. The junior. That one cut off. A lot of early pressure here. Plenty of time in the final third for Washington. Can they generate an early goal out of this? That one's cleared away there by June Connor. Chased down by Washington, though. Trying to drive at this byline. Cleared away. Chance for Ashley Ramirez to drive it an early cross. She does. Ball bouncing in the box.
Good job, Jazzy.
Carter tracks that one down. Anderson on it here. Anderson takes it past one, trying to get in the box here. Shrugged off, and then Anderson commits a foul. Anna McCavin back there, the freshman defender. Played in all 10 games for Fairfield this season. Both teams I mentioned. 10 games played thus far. We're deep into the throes of conference play. Fairfield get a throw. Fairfield trying to foray forward. It's played forward here toward Haley Strickland. Wearing the captain's armband for Fairfield.
Come on, Peg.
Miller's punt sent long. Peggy Miller jockeying with Emma Metcalf for Fairfield. Anderson challenging for that one. Ball ping-pong in the middle a bit here. Anderson. Nice possession to wing it back. Here's Carter. Trying to spin a couple defenders. Still with it here, Carter. Plays it back, Anderson. Tries to play the 1-2 with Jaime Rangel. That'll trickle out, but it'll be a corner kick here and chance for a set piece for Washington. They rank second in the conference in corners this year. Have been able to generate plenty of shooting opportunities. Are in the top 3 in shots in the SEC. Plenty of corner kicks so far this year. Chance to load one up here. Anderson to take. It's lofted toward the penalty spot. Murphy nods it down, still loose. Rangel gets on it and puts it in. And it's Jaime Rangel who gets the scoring started for Washington. Her first goal of the season, and the Demons off to a flying start here. They have had plenty of chances in the opening 7 minutes, and
Way to follow, girls.
it's Jaime Rangel following the header of Murphy. It was a great corner taken by Angeline Anderson. Shame it won't technically go down as an assist for her, but nonetheless, Demons on the board up 1-0 here. Fairfield trying to go quickly now. And Anderson immediately cuts it off, trying to spring Rangel forward.
Come on, Rangel.
Demons smelling some blood in the water potentially here. Rangel gets to that one first. Cuts it back. Still Rangel. Eventually one off, but it's cut off again by Washington. Carter, here's Strickland now. Plays it back. Rangel just providing immediate pressure, and you can see
On it.
4 Washington attackers just playing that really, really high line. The defense right there at the half field mark and potentially trying to trigger an offside trap. One out here, it's Jasmine Pascal wearing the captain's armband today. Strickland, left wing, trying to get a cross in, spins her defender. Strickland taking it toward the byline. One off, some good defending there for Washington.
Good job, Izzy.
Just poke forward, kept in play. This is Belle Murphy back there for the Demons. Here's Carter. Carter can turn. Finds Murphy. Murphy trying to play it forward for Ramirez. Ramirez trying to turn, but it's out of play. So far, Washington, of course, reversing that result that Fairfield achieved back at home. Strickland trying to get to that. It'll stay in play. She manages to get there. Early cross ins actually lofted toward the net of Allie Medley, making her 11th start of the season in goal. 41 saves for her so far this season, had 53 last year. Already looking like she'll on pace to better that mark as here's Carter
Jazzy.
trying to break forward, and Fairfield again just have to do some last-ditch defending. Washington putting so much pressure on early. Rangel finds Maya Murphy. Maya Murphy spins and shoots it. No trouble in the end there, though, for Miller. Miller, as I mentioned, just her third appearance of the year, hasn't played since April 10th. When Fairfield played Mount Pleasant, I mentioned it's a thin lineup today for Fairfield. Only seeing, I believe, one sub over there on the bench, so Trojans going to have to dig deep with a thinner rotation than the hosts. Ball out for a throw. Anderson cuts that off. Not initially well dealt with. Fairfield just trying to poke it upfield. Anderson on it again. Here's Maya Bruti, plays it out wide. Ramirez tries to cross. It's blocked. Ramirez still with it, though. Eventually, it'll be flicked out of play. It'll be a goal kick in the end for Miller. Fernanda Baez back there defending for Fairfield. Goal kick here. A couple of subs for Washington. Rangel, the goal scorer, off. Luna Cuevas comes on for her. She'll take up a position kind of on that right attacking midfield, right wing position. She's got a throw here. There's the throw in. Metcalf here on it now for Fairfield. Can they spring a counterattack forward? It's off the foot of a Washington defender, and really good recovery there by Murphy.
Go, Izzy.
Lenora Felt, the winger out wide there for Fairfield, was bearing down on that one, and Murphy had to sprint over from that left center back role and just cut it off. Junior, one of the captains for this Washington team. It's also started every single game. They rely on her immensely for some solid defending back there. That one headed forward. Here's Maya Murphy. Well, one back there by Baez. Metcalf rolls it down the right wing, and here is Felt. Cuts inside, looking for a cross. No one there, though, and Murphy won't mess around, just boots that one clear. So Fairfield throw, looking for a goal back after an early strike for Washington. That one mishit by Murphy, Washington still have to deal with this. They'll just chip it clear. So throw back deep in the Demons' defensive third. See if Fairfield tries to throw it into the box here. Taken down by Metcalf. And one out well by Ramirez. Can she spring a counter here? Excuse me, Nelly Cuevas on it. Came in for Ramirez on that left-hand side.
Advance.
And here is Cuevas. Substitute on it here. She's got Murphy forward and challenged, and Cuevas in the end deemed to have fouled June Connor, the sophomore playing that right back spot for Fairfield. So the Trojans win a free kick here. Trying to, it seemed, just to get settled into this game. Had to deal with so much initial pressure from Washington. That's what led to that Rangel goal. That ball mishit out of play for a Fairfield throw. Chance to keep some numbers forward here. Here's Strickland. Tries to turn a defender. Looks up. Pass initially cut off. Now Maya Murphy tries to play it forward for Cuevas. Cuevas, can she charge down this left wing? Nelly Cuevas past one defender, being held back and going to win a foul here. Baez was trailing her and just kind of grabbed her arm, pulled her back. So a free kick in a potentially dangerous position here for Washington. Trying to add a second. Fairfield's only win was in conference play so far was over Washington on the road. Washington trying to keep it that way in the return fixture here at home. Anderson is over this one.
Come on, Ange.
Will be quite a spectacular effort from Anderson from this range. 3 in the wall for Fairfield. Miller and net. Let's see what Anderson does here. There's kind of 2 waiting in the box. Anderson lofts it over the wall, and it's poked out for a corner. So danger not averted yet for Fairfield. Well taken free kick there by Anderson. She'll be on corner duty as well. Second of the game for Washington. Four in the box for Anderson to find. They scored off a corner for their first one. Another good one by Anderson. Flicked down Carter. Still a scrum in the box. Poked away, and a foul in the end on the Demons. So danger averted that on that corner for Fairfield. Inside 24 minutes left in this first half.
Come on, Jazzy.
Still the pressure by Washington. Carter's up there. Luna Cuevas, I mentioned, subbed in for Rangel. Up there for the Demons as well. Anderson cuts it off, tries to play in Cuevas. Here she is, touched toward the byline. Can she get a cross in here? Chips one toward the back post, and it's over in the end for a goal kick.
Damn it. Nice try, girls.
Miller and Fairfield not electing to go long on the goal kicks. They're going to have to, if they keep that up, are going to have to possess it in their back line, which not able to here as Anderson wins it back. Skips past a challenge. Anderson surveying. Taking it toward the byline. Tries to take a cross. It's deflected out of play. It'll be another corner here. And a chance again to loft one into the box here is Angeline Anderson. 2 well-taken corners so far. Obviously one of the best players for this Washington team. 6 goals to her name this year. Ball played toward the near post. It's not dealt with. Still bouncing in the box. Chance to get on this, and Miller comes sliding in for it.
Nice try.
Cuevas was there, couldn't get her foot around it before Miller instinctively came in and collects it for Fairfield. Washington winning it right back, though. Demons have just been relentless in their defensive pressure, playing a really high line. Fairfield's
There you go.
real best potential avenue of any attack is probably going to come on a counter or trying to attack before Washington's defenders can get set. Here's Metcalf. Goes around one. Metcalf plays it, and offside position there for Fairfield, so it'll be a free kick possession back to Washington. Throw in for the Demons. Cuevas. Nice throw in here to potentially spring her in. Cuevas challenging with Connor. Connor boots that one toward the byline, but it stays in here. Cuevas can get on it, tries to turn across in. It's cut off.
There you go.
A nice challenge there from Cuevas, and Washington just constantly pinning Fairfield back in their defensive third. Nice play to get out of it there that time, though, by Lexi Mass, the freshman, in for the Trojans. Plays that one forward. Down for Metcalf. Tries to play an early ball.
Come on,
It's
Jazzy.
cut off, though, by Pascal.
There is he.
Ref blowing up for a foul there, so it'll be a Washington free kick. Just any potential Fairfield attack again just snuffed out. Demons showing some good defensive communication thus far, as a couple subs are going to come back in. Rangel returning. All taken down. Another four into the final third for Washington. Still pressure on the byline. Has to be cleared away again by Mast. One out there by Felt. Makes a move inside. Anderson still with it. Wins it back for her side. Here's Carter. Carter around one. Still Jossie Carter jockeyed off the ball that time, but out again for another corner. Washington got the scoring started, and they have been in a relatively comfortable position since. Anderson's corner toward the penalty spot. It's chipped up and handled there by Murphy, so that'll be a free kick for Fairfield. Just took a flick off her foot and right into her arm. Not much you can do to avoid that one, but Anderson right back on it here. Past one defender. Anderson toward the byline. Early cross in toward the back post. No one there. Rangel trying to recycle. Quick cross back in. That one intercepted, though, by Fairfield. Can they come forward on a counter here? It's Mast. Out wide, Strickland. Strickland one-on-one with Murphy. Plays it back in the middle, but no one there again for Fairfield. Ball played Forward for Rangel. Nice 1-2 there, but Rangel can't quite reach that one. It'll be out again for a Fairfield throw. Approaching 17 minutes left in this first half. Washington Demons soccer on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Demons with a 1-0 lead over bottom of the table Fairfield. Trojans haven't had too many cracks at Medley's goal so far. Washington just putting a lot of pressure on the back line, not letting Fairfield break out of it. Here's Cuevas. Cuevas tries to take it around her defender. Ball ends up tracking out of bounds for a Washington throw. Ball played in. Ramirez for Murphy. Tries to slide that one into Cuevas. Nice idea, but blocked by Fairfield. And again, Fairfield trying to counter Washington. Their midfielders in particular, those two holding mids back there, are doing a good job of dropping back quickly to make sure the Trojans can't generate an attack too quickly. Cut some of those passes off as they try and go through the middle.
Pressure.
Anderson fouls McAvan. Be another free kick for Fairfield.
Keep it up.
Nice tackle there by Cuevas. Gets it back for Anderson. Washington trying to possess a little bit. Be out for a throw. Alexis On tries to play Cuevas in space. He's on it here. Here's Anderson with space to play it forward. Plays it into Ramirez. It's a good ball. Ramirez not quite to it. Murphy can't get there either. And in the end, collected by Miller. Murphy is down for Washington. Ref just blowing things to a halt. It was a hard challenge with that through ball kind of skipping past Ramirez, got to Murphy. He's back on her feet, just trying to walk it off here. Tough player, Maya Murphy. Started every game for this Washington team. 3 goals to her name this season. Had 1 goal last year in her senior season, trying to make an impact for this Demons side. That one poked out of play. Fairfield trying to go quickly. Here's Metcalf. Stride for stride with Murphy. Metcalf gets to the byline. That ball was touched out last by Murphy, so it'll be a first corner of the game here for Fairfield. Potentially their best scoring opportunity here thus far. It's Strickland, their captain, over there to take it. Ball lofted in. It's a decent corner. Anderson manages to get to it first, though, and just hoofs it clear. Cuevas trying to be first to it. Strickland, nice turn there. Flicked out. Fairfield just trying to possess in their midfield, and Washington just not letting them, keeping the pressure on. Even when they make an initial tackle, they don't let Fairfield restart or play it backwards. That's a good ball forward by Murphy to find Cuevas. Cuevas tries to take one early. Caught off. Still with it here, though. Ball not totally dealt with yet. Anderson wins it back, trying to play immediately forward to Cuevas. Anderson not trying to let Fairfield out of trouble. Cuevas challenging for it. Tries to play a 1-2 with Anderson. Back on it. Fairfield eventually wins it back, and Strickland just trying to switch the play. Brought down Murphy. Well, then she trickles out of play. It'll be a Washington throw again as Jossie Carter comes back in.
No, I'm headed for Louisville on Thursday.
So Carter back in. Maya Broody back in the midfield as well. Demons, obviously, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, a lot more depth in this Fairfield team today. Coach Mason Quigley's spoken about how good his team can be when they have all their players available and have access to that depth. And Broody into the game, immediately winning a free kick. Anderson thought about maybe taking it quick, instead asked for the 10 yards and can potentially chip this in. Feels from this angle like a bit too far out to hit one, but obviously Anderson got a free kick from a relatively similar spot close to the net of Miller earlier in this half, so let's see if she goes for it here. It's Anderson, lofts it over the wall, but in the end relatively comfortable for Amelia Miller. Miller trying to boot it long. Touchdown, but Angeline Anderson right back on it. Tries to chip it forward.
Good one, Ange.
Intent was there, but just mishit a little bit. Miller will collect again for Fairfield. Ball brought down. Strickland. Trying to possess. It's cut off by Rangel. Jaime Rangel scored the first. Nice defending there by Strickland. But again, when Fairfield managed to clear it, it's been Washington that has been first to a lot of these balls forward, and that's prevented Fairfield from really getting too many attacks in this opening half, which, if you're Washington, adding a second goal before the break would really feel like a separator. Just take any potential wind out of Fairfield sails. Just a 1-0 lead here for the Demons. That one cut off. Rangel can run onto this. Jaime Rangel plays it back. Broody with some time. Keeps the switch going. Anderson tries to play 1-2 with Ramirez. It's through for Carter. Has to be cleared away. And is well by Connor. Ball chipped forward. It'll be a bit too far for Carissa Flick. Tries to get Fairfield in a scoring position. Trying to get one back here. It's played forward for Strickland. The shot comes in and will just slice out wide past that left post of Allie Medley in goal. Washington just getting their shape before this goal kick. Ball paid forward, takes a flick off of Broody, and ref deems she was fouled, so it'll be a free kick for the Demons. Chance to really get numbers forward. Free kick finds Carter. She's got time to turn here. Jossie Carter. Fairfield, they've been dealing with some of these forays forward a little bit better, but Washington, the pressure they've put on is just not let Fairfield break out of it. Carter's in behind here, but she's in an offside position. Flag goes up on this near side. Just again with Ramirez winning that back so quickly, Carter didn't have the chance really to jump back on side. So free kick for the Trojans. Ball chip forward. Anderson trying to bring it down. Anderson, round one. Still Anderson. Nice move here. Chance to put one on net. And it rattles off the framework of the goal. Hit that back bar right next to that near post. Really nice move there by Angeline Anderson, who has just been all over the place in the midfield for Washington. Goal kick again taken short. See if Fairfield can possess a little better, and instead intercepted right away by Cuevas. So it has been Fairfield just struggling to possess off of some of these goal kicks, and that has just allowed Washington to ratchet up the pressure and keep Fairfield trapped in their back line. It's Murphy, tries to hit one quickly. It takes a deflection. It'll be comfortable there for Miller. Trickling toward 5 minutes left in this first half. Washington Demons soccer on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. The Demons with a 1-0 advantage over Fairfield, but a chance to break forward here. It's Mast. Lexi Mast still with it here, and well dealt with again. Isabel Murphy has made some really nice plays when Fairfield has managed to get forward. Here is Mast again. One of the more impressive players in attack for the Trojans. But still nothing doing when they get forward that time. Can they recycle a bit here? Strickland. You can see Washington with just trying to keep whenever Fairfield has to play it back. Washington kind of sense they're not extremely comfortable in possession doing that and are just trying to put 1, 2, even 3 players on that first pass back. They're back in possession here. Ball flick forward. Can Metcalf do something with this? Tries to spring in Mass, but Medley will come out and collect. Carter can settle it here in turn. Carter trying to find Nelly Cuevas. Cut off. Carter challenges. And well done there by Fairfield to break that forward. It's McCavan. Anna McCavan, the freshman, plays in defense and midfield for Fairfield. Ball launched forward, brought down by Murphy. Murphy trying to play Cuevas in. Turned near the touchline. Played out, it'll be a throw for Washington. Throw taken into Carter. She can turn. Chance to survey her options. Tries to play in Murphy. Murphy gets to it first, but was challenged as she did there by Fernanda Baez. Brought down, chance for another couple of subs to come in for both teams. And will make her way off, and
Go, Peg.
Peggy Miller back in, playing that right back spot in defense for Washington. Yeah, not too much to process in terms of an attack for Fairfield. They've won 1 corner. Other than that, haven't really put a clean look on net in this first half. But here a chance to potentially bring some numbers forward. It's Lenora Felt. Plays it back. Early cross potential here. Ball drops down for
job, Izzy.
McCavan. Murphy is there, and so is Nelly Cuevas. Anderson, one back by Fairfield, though. Taking inside, near 90 seconds left to play. Can Fairfield scramble one in the back of the net? Would be a huge momentum goal for them in terms of how this first half has gone. Washington has been pretty relentless in their attack as that one clatters off the official. Be a drop ball and chance for Anderson to clip this one forward. Carter can run on to this, but Miller also there. Normally referee part of the game, but he opted to blow out his whistle there. And nevertheless, Murphy back on it for Washington. Chipped in by Rangel. Over Carter's head. Cuevas crashing. Sliding forward there's McCaven. Still not dealt with, though, and that hits off the hand of a Fairfield defender. And I believe with just 47 seconds left, this is looking like it is a penalty for Washington. And it is indeed. It was a handball there in the box for Fairfield. So a chance to add a second for the Demons here in the closing stages of this first half. So Washington, their first PK attempt of the season, off the handball, and it's the captain, Anna Mata, here up to take it. One goal for her this season. Can she make it two and make it two for Washington? It's Mata, and it's in for the Demons. Anna Mata, well taken penalty there, and Washington adds a second before the break. Mata, the captain, makes it 2-0, celebrating with her teammates there. Confident penalty. She obviously plays in defense for the Demons, but is already a proven goal scorer this year. Scored once last year as well, off of a penalty. So her second in 2 seasons for Anna Mata. And the Demons comfortable with 43 seconds left in this first half. It was so Fairfield had a long hole to climb out of as Anderson wins that one back and just lumps it forward. It'll be too far for Cuevas to get to, but one of the better halves of the year so far for Washington. 2 goals.
Good job, Ian.
Anderson winning that one back. It hit her hand, though.
Around.
McCavan plays it forward, but that'll be the last action of the first half, and Washington will take a 2-goal cushion into the break, courtesy of a late penalty from Anna Mata and a goal in the opening few minutes for Aime Rangel. 2-0 in favor of the Demons. We'll come back in just a few minutes with a halftime show. You're listening to Washington Demon Girls Soccer on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Kick it with Fairway all soccer season long with all the spring deals and variety you're looking for. Stay in the game with all the fresh deals and snacks to fuel your championship season. Make Fairway your home field advantage.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Hey, this is Matthew Roeder, owner of Roeder Epoxy. I'm excited for the opportunity to help you turn your ordinary floors into extraordinary floors. Garages, basements, patios, offices, I'm ready to go to work for you. Roeder Epoxy and online at roederepoxy.com.
check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
Breaking news.
Are you looking for a sports show with intensity?
And we'll see you in court, Mark Cuban, you broke bum.
Are you looking for a sports show with passion?
Moment of silence for the name Wells Fargo Arena.
And are you looking for a sports show with whatever this is?
And today we are counting down Justin Bieber's top 10 girlfriends. That's right.
Make sure to check out Andy and Hunter every Thursday on Prep Sports Plus, breaking down all the high school sports from across the Southeast Iowa region, talking about all your favorite schools such as Washington, Mount Pleasant, Fairfield, Waco, Winfield Mount Union, Pekin, and so much more. Make sure to check out Prep Sports Plus every Thursday at noon on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with a flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace.
Give me a
Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day,
Do you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
while always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers. Yes.
We talk on all over the world.
Out of There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
Weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, Facebook, and YouTube.
Relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Welcome back to Washington Wellness Field. This is the Rotor Epoxy halftime show, and we have a 2-0 advantage for the home side Washington Demons over Fairfield. It was a fast start for Washington, scored in the 8th minute off of a corner, well taken by Angeline Anderson and poked in by Aime Rangel. They added another in the 40th minute, the final seconds of the first half, winning a penalty, and Anna Mata dispatched it. It's second penalty she's had in as many seasons. So we bring you into the broadcast, set up Jack Knowlton alongside you guys for this one. It really, the story of the game has been Washington's defensive pressure for me on Fairfield's back line. It has been a relentless sort of wave of Demon attackers just putting a ton of pressure. They're playing a super high line. Coach Mason Quigley runs that 4-2-3-1 setup, and it's almost looked like a 4-3-3 at times with just 3 out-and-out attackers because Washington has been able to just play such a high line. Fairfield does not look comfortable in possession in their back line to try and get out of it, and that's led to a lack of chances for the Trojans. They created one corner in the first 40 minutes, but other than that, haven't really bothered Allie Medley in net for Washington too much. So the Demons, expecting them to continue that pressure and just trying to draw chances. I think Anderson, despite not getting on the score sheet herself, probably the MVP of that first half, was absolutely everywhere. Obviously had the corner that put the ball in a really dangerous position, which Rangel was able to knock home. So a really strong first half from her. And then Isabel Murphy in the back line. When Fairfield have gotten forward, really the only option they have is on the counterattack, playing some of those long balls, and Murphy has been first to a lot of those and prevented some of those Fairfield attackers from getting on it and really having a sniff at goal. So a clear-cut first half, but obviously how things can change. They say 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in soccer, so Washington going to have to protect that to reverse the, of course, loss that they had at Fairfield a couple of weeks ago when these two teams played. The Trojans managed to knock off Washington 1-0. That was their only win in conference play, and Washington so far keeping that way. We'll send it to another quick break before we get to the second half. This has been the Rotary Epoxy Halftime Show from Washington Wellness Park. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Washington Wellness Field, where the Washington Demon girls soccer team has a 2-0 lead over Fairfield. You're listening to Washington Demon Soccer presented by Washington County Hospital and Clinics, a top 20 critical care access hospital in the nation. The Demons with a comfortable cushion. Can they protect that in the second half? It was a relentless wave of pressure that they put on the Fairfield defense in the first 40 minutes, and trying to continue that here with Ashley Ramirez being sprung forward down that left-hand side. Washington, of course, trying to keep some, take some revenge, if you will, on Fairfield, which beat them a couple of weeks back on their home turf. But it was really all Washington in that opening 20 minutes. Strickland there for Fairfield, who was one of their better attackers in the opening 20 minutes, had some nice runs, a couple of opportunities to get the ball forward with some long balls, but just has not managed to find a teammate really in behind. That has led to a test of the Washington goalkeeper. And speaking of that, we have a change as that is, hold that thought for a minute. Strickland, a little shot low, but cut off there by Catherine Flannery, who's in the net for Washington, does play goalie as well. Played out in the field in the first half, so Allie Medley, we'll see if maybe she makes an appearance amongst their other 10 teammates outside of the net. That one, a little bit of a miscommunication there between Flannery and Peggy Miller. Flannery played in the field in that first half, like I said. This is her just 5th appearance of the season, last played on April 11th when Washington defeated Central Lee, so a nice opportunity for her to get back in the fold and make an appearance at her other position, plays in the defense for the Demons as well. But Fairfield has an early corner here. Nice start for the Trojans in the second half. Ball hit low toward the near post. It'll boot it away by Miller. Danger not all the way dealt with, though, as Fairfield trying to work it back toward their 18-yard box. Washington just trying to keep them pushed outside. I'll flicked out a Baez throw here. Launching it toward the byline, trying to find Strickland. Anderson trying to turn it and does prevent a corner. Some early pressure in the final third here for Fairfield. An offside call there against the Trojans, so Washington able to get back on it. Free kick played long. Fairfield again trying to possess here. An early goal back would do wonders for the Trojans. Washington in the first half scored just 8 minutes in, courtesy of Aimee Rangel, who was trying to get back on it here, back on her preferred right wing position. Fairfield looking to play it forward. They'll win a throwback here. It's been impressive. I mentioned Strickland is wearing that captain's armband, number 15, kind of post up in the middle at the moment as Rangel wins it back for Washington. She has been slightly dangerous for Fairfield, but will have to be if they're to work their way back into this one. But here's Jossie Carter now for Washington. Nice ball forward. Rangel trying to run onto this. Beaten to it there by Anna McCavin, who's been everywhere as well in that midfield and defense for the Trojans. Maya Broody trying to put some pressure on here. Fairfield able to spin out of it. It's Lexi Mast. Well done there. Some nice footwork. Playing it out wide. Unable to find Strickland, though. Mast. Ball forward, Metcalf. Back for Lenora Felt. Another ball. This one does trickle through to Strickland. She can turn here. Hannah Strickland. Around one. Strickland, no trouble that time, though. On the attempted cross, it's just chipped out toward the near post, and goal kick for the Demons. Anderson, nice 1-2 with Ramirez there. Ramirez trying to play it forward. Here's Maya Murphy. Tries to turn, sticks with it. Tries to spray it out wide to Rangel. But trickles out for a Fairfield throw. Anderson back on it here. Rangel going back and forth with Mallory Wigley early in the second half. Wigley playing that left back spot for the Trojans. Strickland spins out wide. Plays it here for Baez. Baez, Strickland again on it here. Strickland with some space. It's Strickland. Haley Strickland lofts it, and it's over the head of Flannery and over the goal. And again, a opportunity squandered there for Fairfield. So Fairfield has had some decent attacks to start this second half. Washington hasn't generated the ball pressure yet that they did in the first 40 minutes. Were just relentless defensively, trying to put pressure on that Fairfield back line. Obviously, the more Fairfield can possess, the less opportunities Washington will have to kind of run on it, as Carter does so here and wins it back for her side. Carter for Ramirez. Plays it forward. Maya Murphy tries to turn. Murphy skews that shot. Still in play here. Rangel plays it off her defender. It'll be a corner for the Demons. Or excuse me, assistant Deems was last touched by Rangel there. It'll be a goal kick instead for Fairfield. So danger averted that time for the Trojans. Again, this off these goal kicks is where Washington has been able to generate a lot of pressure, because Fairfield is opting to take them short and just has been a bit wasteful in possession. Obviously doesn't help with Jossie Carter just running at a player with her back toward where Fairfield's trying to go, as Carter eventually commits a foul there. Fairfield free kick. Carter back on it. Plays for Rangel. Rangel plays it forward. Ramirez can run onto this. Here's Ashley Ramirez jockeying near the byline and eventually just hit out for a goal kick. Fairfield still can't quite get it free when they possess short off these goal kicks, and Anderson's back on it here for Washington. There's that pressure you see again. Angeline Anderson is fouled, and another free kick won. We've seen a couple opportunities to take a free kick in dangerous position. Anderson's going to take this quickly, lofts it, and in the end, over the goal. Nice heads-up play there by Anderson, though, as Fairfield, she put the ball down quickly and ref let her play. Fairfield didn't attempt to put a wall in front of her, which meant the ref didn't have to set any wall or have him go back 10 yards. Anderson could just hit it quick, and in the end it was danger averted, but a good opportunity there for Anderson. And out wide for Ramirez. Anderson playing with Maston, wins it off of her feet. Angeline Anderson fouled again. Here again, she looks to take the free kick quickly. Fairfield slightly more set this time, though Carter currently sat wide open away from the play, but Anderson mishits that one. It'll be a goal kick. That one out quickly. Luna Cuevas in jockeying with June Connor. Wins it off of her. Cuevas crosses it into the box. Ball still bouncing. Rolls out for Carter. She tries to turn. Still Carter. The shot comes in. A good save in the end there. First real shot on target for the Demons as Carter hits one toward net. Cuevas again jockeying for her, trying to win it off of Baez. Connor will come in and win it, but Baez deemed to have fouled Cuevas, so it'll be another free kick here for Washington. Some physicality here as we're under 30 minutes to play in the second half. Washington 2-0 lead. Anderson trying to cross this one in. Hits it low, but finds the feet of Murphy. She tries to turn. Miss-hit that one a bit. Still can fall here for Carter, though. Jossie Carter tries to wriggle free. Rangel's with it, too. And eventually worked away by Fairfield. Some good last-ditch defending there by the Trojans. Rangel trying to stay with it, though, and wins another free kick for Washington. Some good physicality by Rangel. Anderson has been busy taking some set pieces here in the second half. Anderson floats that one over the wall near the goal. It bounces over the keeper and just trickles out of play. It was an opportunity for Anderson that was not well dealt with. I believe that is Joanna Moore now in net for Fairfield. In the end, it took a deflection off of a Fairfield player, so it'll be a corner for Washington. Anderson can reload here. So Moore in net now. Amelia Miller is taking up a position kind of as one of those strikers up front for Fairfield up here on this near side. But a chance here for Washington. Corner taken. Fairfield first to it. Anderson plays it back into the box. Ball bouncing. Not quite settled. Mata trying to get on it. Fairfield wins it in the end, though. Can they break here? Mata cuts that one off, but mishits it a little bit. Murphy calmly finds Anderson. And here is Mata again. Out wide looking for Cuevas. Cuevas challenging for it here and wins it. Cuevas will take a hit. That one skewed toward the byline. Not out of play yet, though. Fairfield still having to deal with this. It's McCavin. And McCavin was fouled. And the ref giving a warning to the Fairfield coach there. It'll still be a free kick for the Trojans. Free kick taken immediately, one back by Washington. They have once again ratcheted up all of the pressure here. Any early danger that Fairfield had to score has been wiped away in the last 5-10 minutes here. And another free kick. Mata will take it. Anna Mata scored that penalty with 47 seconds left. In for Maya Murphy. Murphy trying to turn, hits it, and deflects off of Connor. It'll be a corner. Sub here, Marangel will make way. Scored the other of Washington's goals in the first half, just 8 minutes in. Her first of the season. Corner swung in toward Murphy. Still not all the way dealt with. Bouncing around the box. Strickland trying to win it. Just bumped off the ball. But Fairfield in the end able to get it clear. Washington trying to win it back. It's well played by Metcalf there for Fairfield. They can carry it forward now and potentially a chance here. Ball played forward. Lexi Mast can get on this. Numbers, you've got Miller up there as well. Mast chips it toward net and it's in. And Fairfield does get a goal back. And it comes off the counter, and it's Lexi Mast, the freshman, her second of the season. And just like that, Fairfield is right back in this one. Felt like Washington really ripped the momentum back, and Fairfield, their best chances all game have come off the counter, and they get one there. So Lexi Mast scores for the Trojans, and now Washington just has to reestablish some of that momentum it had in the last 5-10 minutes as Fairfield able to take advantage of a quick counter. How can Washington respond here? Anderson with some time, tries to switch it for Carter. Murphy plays it forward. Carter wins it back. Here's Ashley Ramirez, now playing off the right with Cuevas on the left side for the Demons attack. That ball won back again, though, for Mast. The goal scorer giving Fairfield some life here. Pass cut off by Mata. Out of the reach of Cuevas. Mata cut off by Strickland. Trying to play a ball forward here. It's a good one. Miller can run onto this. Emily Miller on the right-hand side ships it in, but it's over the net and harmless in the end for Fairfield. It'll be a free kick or a goal kick, for Flannery. Maya Murphy wins it back. Maya Broody here. Cut off by Metcalf. Ball played forward, and Mast trying to run back onto this again and bumped Isabel Murphy off the ball, so it'll be a free kick for Washington. So Murphy again calming things down, winning a free kick for her side. Has had a good afternoon in defense for the Demons, but has to keep it up after Fairfield getting a goal back. And Washington find an answer. Here's Anderson bursting through the midfield here. Anderson with a couple of options. Chance to carry it forward. Anderson chips it, can't beat the first player there, but Anderson can tee one up at the top of the box here. It's Anderson. Shot is saved in the end. Very nearly spilled there by Mora. Able to pounce on it and avoid going 2-0 down. And now Miller right off the counterattack. A chance on the other end for Fairfield. It's Amelia Miller. Miller's shot punched out by Flannery. It'll be a corner for Fairfield. So Amelia Miller playing in the field for this second half has made her presence felt. Going to take this corner as well. Taking toward 21 minutes to play. What has turned into a more nervy second half for Washington. See where Miller elects to place this. Mast coming short for it. Does play it to Mast. Back for Miller. She's tripped by Anderson. So it'll be a free kick. Essentially a slightly closer corner here. Ball still right near that byline. Fairfield plays that short. Chipped in by Mast. Cut off by Cuevas. Anderson. She can burst up the left-hand side now. Anderson, she's got Murphy and Carter in front of her. Plays it forward. Sophia Eisenbraun in defense able to track that one down first, but Murphy wins it back. Cuevas. Cut off there by Baez. One back by Anderson, though. She's tripped up. Ref initially played advantage, but does call it back. Another foul. One by Anderson. Anderson, another chance to serve one in here. Set up Washington's first goal from a corner in the first half. Lost this one toward the penalty spot, and in the end able to be collected by Mora and net for the Trojans. 2-1 here. We're heading for a thrilling finish here between the Demons and Trojans on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Inside the final 20 minutes now. Murphy flicks it around. It's a nice ball, chance to score for Murphy, and the shot finds home, and Maya Murphy reestablishing dominance for the Demons here. It was a wonderful turn off a good pass into her feet, and Murphy gets her 4th of the season, and a big third goal for the Demons to reestablish a 2-goal advantage. So the goal that felt like it was coming before Fairfield got one back does come a few minutes later for Washington. Back up 3-1 here. Murphy immediately earning a break, a couple of subs in for Washington. So the Demons reasserting a 2-goal cushion here with 20 minutes to go. And again, if they can maintain this pressure, should be one they should be able to keep. As Anderson immediately back on it here with some space to carry it forward. Angeline Anderson tries to find Carter. That one cut off and can be collected by Metcalf, who can turn here.
Get in front of it.
That ball was just booted away by Peggy Miller in defense for Washington. Ball collected by Strickland. Still being kind of
Good job, Ian.
ping-ponged around here. And a free kick in the end, one. Baez was fouled. Anderson actually wins the free kick for Washington. Played down here out wide for Rangel. Allie Medley in up top. She came in for Maya Murphy at striker for Washington. So she's playing that central striker position. And Murphy comes over to win that one off the feet of Metcalf. Still a throw for the Trojans here. Mentioned Medley playing in the field now. Alternate position is forward. You see her up there at that central striker spot. Played goalkeeper in the first half before being subbed for Catherine Flannery, who's in now. Another sub, Zoli Aranda Terronez in for Washington, taking up one of those central midfield positions, as here is Medley. Fairfield able to be first to that. McCavin, who's been very busy over there on that left side of defense. Foul there, and it'll be a free kick. The defensive third for Fairfield. And credit to Washington, responded really well from that Fairfield goal. Had the momentum before that. Fairfield was able to capitalize off one of those counterattacks, but Washington stayed really composed. Angeline Anderson has had herself a day in midfield, taking a well-deserved break. Don't see her out there currently. And that's her first of the game. I don't think she's come out before now. Ball lofted out of play. Throw for the Trojans. Taking short, poked out of play, and we'll do it again from the same spot. Long throw only finds Mata.
Nice try.
Another throw in for Fairfield. 3 in a row from the same spot. There were 2 balls on the field for a moment there. We're back in now. Ball cleared away by Murphy. Medley able to find Nelly Cuevas, who's got a little bit of space here on the left wing. Tries to play it back for Medley. Nice 1-2 between the 2 forwards here. Cuevas trying to tee up across. She does. It's a good one toward the back post. Ball still rolling here. Carter and Rangel crashing for it. And ball in the end takes a deflection out for another Fairfield corner. So another corner there, and with Anderson out, Jossie Carter trots over to take it. Carter's corner, chip toward the penalty spot. Rangel can't get a shot off. Another throw for the Demons here. Just a really well-established defensive game plan by Coach Mason Quigley here today to just put some relentless pressure on that Trojans back line. It has worked wonders for Washington to just limit those counterattacks. Obviously, Fairfield managing to score 1, but Washington is stuck to their game plan well here. Obviously, still 13 minutes to go. Still time for Fairfield as they win a free kick near midfield here, but credit to Washington, and with some starters getting a little bit of a break, reserves have stepped up as well. Medley able to bring this one down and turn, tries to find Rangel early. Back on it now, here's Lexi Mast, the goal scorer for Fairfield, trying to take it around Miller. Mast actually does manage to track that down, gets by Miller again. Mast can chip one in the box. It's brought down. Touched in the end. Murphy will have to clear this and does. Well, headed down, it'll be another throw for Fairfield here. Washington trying to break forward. Fairfield, the goal back here with the amount of time that's left would be big, but Carter takes it off the feet of a defender. Jossie Carter with some space to run into. Looks up, finds Medley. Medley tries to scoop it toward Cuevas. Jockeying with Baez. Veronez there. Medley still challenging for it. Carter. Caught off again, but immediately back, and Washington just has been able to recycle it as Alexis Ann chips that one toward the corner. Cuevas can't quite track that one down. But a throw in deep in Fairfield territory. Once again, you just see Washington pressing with numbers up. It's been a Fairfield team that, even when they score, surrenders a lot of goals. They're fresh off a 5-3 loss coming into this one. Like I mentioned, just 1-0-6 in conference play. For Washington, this would be a really nice third win for them as they currently sit 4th deep into conference play. That ball chipped toward the back post, and again, they had no problem for Flannery, who opts to collect it. Mast was in the area near that left post. Flannery. Carter can't bring that one down, but it hit the hand there of Eisenbraun. It'll be a free kick for Washington. Like I mentioned, this Demon team Move to 3-4 in conference play, would get back above 500 overall to 6-5 if they can hold on to this one. So we're inside 10 minutes to play. Ball played toward Cuevas. She runs onto it, looking for a cross. And Connor just plays that out. It'll be another corner for the Demons. Carter over there, this team third in the SEC in corners coming in. Dangerous from set pieces. That's how they scored their first. Can they add a fourth here? Carter chips it toward the top of the box. One out by Strickland. First to it here is Mata. Plays it out wide for Rangel. In our foot race with Strickland. Strickland wins it. Fairfield again just struggling to break out of this pressure. Really organized and making some of those spaces small, which makes it so hard for a defender who's facing her own net to turn out of it and clear, or turn out of it and find a teammate. Fairfield has just struggled with that all game long. If you're able to do that, if you're Fairfield, you can generate counterattacks like the one they used to score, but that just has not come consistently enough, and Washington has taken enough of an advantage of their chances. Potentially another here. Ball rolled for Medley. Can't quite chase that one down, though. Here, just caught the word of Mason Quigley, the coach, telling his team, keep up the pressure. Don't dial it back, even with a 2-goal advantage and under 10 to play. Ball just thumped forward by Mata and throwing here for Fairfield. Cuevas back on it now. Forward for Carter. Can she turn? Brody chips that one toward the far post. No one there for Washington, though. And again, goal kick taken short. And how many times has Jocelyn Carter just been right there to put some pressure on the back of a Fairfield defender? Just no breathing room for them back there. But the one time they have broken out of it effectively, they did score, and it was Lexi Mast who has the throw in here. But it is getting desperation time for the Trojans. Need one back if they can get it. Ball played forward here. It's Emma Metcalf. Chance to hit one here. Metcalf. Diving save Flannery. The ball's still loose, and Flannery gets first to it. Nice heads-up play there by Flannery to just stick with it after the initial save. Amelia Miller there was crashing for it. But Flannery able to fall on top of it. Baez jockeying for it with Nelly Cuevas. Cuevas comes out on top. Nelly Cuevas. Forward for Allie Medley. Allie Medley trying to split a couple defenders, and she'll win a free kick. And in the books goes Sophia Eisenbraun, the sophomore, for clattering with Medley. And a free kick once again in a dangerous position. Ashley Ramirez looks like she's going to take it. Obviously, Anderson took many of the free kicks throughout the game, is out currently. Can Ramirez maybe put one on frame here? Doesn't look like a wall for Fairfield. Ramirez hits it, and in the end floats over the crossbar, but a nice idea with no wall. Risky strategy there for Fairfield. Under 6 to play here. Fairfield with some rare space, but ball intercepted immediately by Ramirez. Ramirez had some nice moments herself today. Obviously, that free kick came decently close, but here comes Fairfield back the other way. Murphy trying to challenge Metcalf and wins that one there. Really good hustle there for Izzy Murphy. That center back role. Strickland. Numbers have to go forward quickly here for Fairfield. Miller cut off by Mata, and her and Murphy have just been excellent in defense when they've needed to be today. Here's Maya Murphy now. Trying to play it in for Luna Cuevas. Fairfield going to be first to this. Cuevas still there, though. Trying to win it back and does. Cuts inside. Still with it, Luna Cuevas. Finds Medley. Medley can turn. Still with it, Allie Medley. Trips, but finds Murphy. Murphy hits it again, and in the end, no trouble there for Mora and net. Mora goes long. And Izzy Murphy there again, clattered into that time by Metcalf. It'll be a free kick for Washington. Ball played forward. Murphy, trying to bring it down. Out wide, Nelly Cuevas. Connor over there. Cuevas back on it, though. Cuevas toward the byline. It's lofted, and over the head of the keeper and in! And it is a fourth for Washington. It is Nelly Cuevas. Her first of the year. And a crafty chip there was too tall for Mora. And Washington looking like they're going to ride a comfortable lead to the finish here with just over 4 to play. A really nice play there from Cuevas. She's been impressive on this left-hand side in the second half and earns herself a bit of a break after that goal. Well taken, her first of the year, and it is 4-1. Rangel coming in for Cuevas. So Washington, any scare off that lone goal so far for Fairfield has
Good follow-up.
Been averted with some really nice attacking play. And Cuevas, credit to her for just sticking to that. Got it to the byline, was able to just chip one. Sometimes those kinds of chips aren't intentional. Maybe he was trying to cross it from an angle like that, but you take goals any way you can get them. So Fairfield just playing for consolation at that point, and that one goes out for a throw. As I mentioned, this could be a really nice momentum-building win for Coach Mason Quigley and co. And back-to-back losses to Burlington and Mount Pleasant in their last 2 games will feel great to get back in the win column, especially in SEC play. It's been a battle at the top between Burlington and Fort Madison in the standings in the SEC. So Ramirez will take a long free kick forward for Madison. Burlington 5-0-1, but Washington chance to improve to 3-4, trying to potentially chase down Mount Pleasant at 4-3. 1 spot above them in third. This would be a nice win to do just that. Fairfield just trying to play it forward now. But it's consolation prizes at this point with 2:10 to go. Mass, the lone goal scorer. Miss-hit cross, but it'll take a deflection out. It will be a corner here. Obviously, Coach Quigley not going to let his side let their heads drop despite a big lead in the closing stages. He won't be happy with a late goal that Could make it a 4-2 game, which really would look closer than it has been. That corner not too troubling. Fairfield trying to get back on it here. Ball played out wide. Nice turn there by Emma Metcalf, who has been a good presence up front for Fairfield today, I must say. One out, though. Broody will just play it down the channel. Connor pokes it back forward. Anamata, chance to pick her head up here. Ball kept in. Poked out wide. Rangel plays it forward, and Carter here has space now with a minute to go. And Washington just possess this closing minute out. Carter will play it forward down the right wing. Medley not giving up on it, wins it back for Washington. Well done there. McCavan just trying to shield it. Final seconds here. Washington going to improve to 6-5 on the year, and more importantly to them 3-4 in conference play, trying to close the gap on Mount Pleasant in third place. Well played forward, one there nicely by Baez, but no one really forward. Murphy can just boot this one clear into the final 10 seconds, and I think Coach Quigley will be really happy with his players' effort today, especially their response to Video Network.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation, Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Kick it with Fairway all soccer season long with all the spring deals and variety you're looking for. Stay in the game with all the fresh deals and snacks to fuel your championship season. Make Fairway your home field advantage.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Hey, this is Matthew Roeder, owner of Roeder Epoxy. I'm excited for the opportunity to help you turn your ordinary floors into extraordinary floors. Garages, basements, patios, offices, I'm ready to go to work for you. Roeder Epoxy and online at roederepoxy.com.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
Breaking news.
Are you looking for a sports show with intensity?
And we'll see you in court, Mark Cuban, you broke bum.
Are you looking for a sports show with passion?
Moment of silence for the name Wells Fargo Arena.
And are you looking for a sports show with whatever this is?
And today we are counting down Justin Bieber's top 10 girlfriends. That's right.
Make sure to check out Andy and Hunter every Thursday on Prep Sports Plus, breaking down all the high school sports from across the Southeast Iowa region, talking about all your favorite schools such as Washington, Mount Pleasant, Fairfield, Waco, Winfield Mount Union, Pekin, and so much more. Make sure to check out Prep Sports Plus every Thursday at noon on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with a flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Here at The Morning Breath, we start every morning with style and grace. Engaging you with thoughtful and critically thinking topics to start your day.
Do you know that Pop-Tarts are like horrible for you?
While always maintaining a professional and family-friendly environment.
John, you're no longer a virgin.
Oh, and all the other stuff.
Flowers. Yes, cream the butter. We talk on all over the world.
There's another word for that, Peter. What do we call that? Cold.
Cold.
It is cold. It's going to get
weekdays at 7:15, only on the Southeast Iowa Video Network Facebook and YouTube page.
Hills Bank is a bank of people
who are willing to go the extra mile.
We find sincere ways to connect with those we serve.
Hills Bank is banking on human connections.
Welcome back to Washington Wellness Field, where your final, the Washington Demons 4, the Fairfield Trojans 1. It was an absolute clinic offensively for Washington. Welcome in to the Mitch King Farm Bureau post-game show. I'm Jack Knowlton, and the Demons absolutely rolling at home, snapping a 2-game losing streak as you take a look here at the broadcast setup. With a assertive performance by Washington, one Coach Mason Quigley was definitely looking for over the bottom place team in the SEC, and it was just a really impressive performance. I thought particularly defensively. Starting at the back, credit to Isabel Murphy. It wasn't one of the 4 goal scorers in either half, but I thought really asserted herself and prevented really any chances going forward for Fairfield. And then up front, it was just a really poised and clear structure from Washington. They put a ton of pressure on the back line of Fairfield, and the Trojans had all sorts of problems on goal kicks, just couldn't get the ball forward, really struggled to kind of play in possession, had to rely solely on counterattacks. Was how they got their lone goal there in the 56th minute with Lexi Mass, but Washington, no panic at all. Maya Murphy and Nelly Cuevas scoring 2 in the second half to seal the deal for the Demons. Really impressive win. Angeline Anderson, before she made way late in the second half with the game in hand, I thought was excellent wearing that number 10 jersey. Didn't score herself, but was setting things up. Also played well in the midfield. Was just a nice connecting piece between the back line and attack for Washington offensively. And it was just a clinic by the Demons. Stand out for me again, the defense, particularly in the final third, as strange as that might sound. I thought they put numbers forward. There was a clear call for pressure on that Fairfield back line, and that pressure was felt by the Trojans here today. Washington avenging a 1-0 loss they took at Fairfield earlier in the season and winning 4-1. We'll sign things off here from the Mitch King Farm Bureau Financial Services post-game show. Before I forget, next game, of course, we'll be back here on Thursday for the Washington Demon boys soccer team. We'll take on Fort Madison. Pre-game at 4:56, kickoff at 5 for that one here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. For Jack Knowlton, Peter Camp, our great producer, we'll sign off here. Again, Washington, your final, winning 4-1 over Fairfield. Thanks, everyone, and we'll be back next time.